let's get this very delayed podcast off the go. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And in today's podcast, we'll be talking about the post-match Bradford City Wimbledon game, AFC Wimbledon game, pre-match Wrexham, fan forum chat, latest news, everyone's favourite feature, the weather forecast for Wrexham game, and score predictions. I am joined by Miss Diane and Miss Callie.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hello. What a day.
We're here now, crack on.
Let's crack on.
Yeah, full of cold still. Hey! How's Leo?
He's had stitches
Oh,
in his leg.
poor
Kicked
little
off
one.
big time. Right, so post-match AFC Wimbledon. What's your thoughts?
It was dire. It was boring. I said that earlier, didn't I? Yeah, I thought it was boring.
Yeah.
Nil-niller.
Always boring, innit?
Yeah, it was such a boring nil-niller. I could have fallen asleep.
Again.
Yeah. Well, no, because I was there. I couldn't.
True.
Too
I was
cold.
there.
Too cold.
I think that's how I've got this cold as well. That I've still got.
What about you, Callie?
Just no flair, was there? It was just hoofing and no flair. Like you said, just a boring game. No passion. There's no passion with the team, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I know I say that all the time, but how we can go from the cup game to that is just I think they get your expectations up, don't they? And you think, yeah, we've done a really good cup game. Let's move on. That next game, let's hope it gives them a bit of confidence for the league, and then nothing.
What about you, Stan? Are you there, Stan?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Godham's right boomer. Probably helps if you turn the mic on, Stan. And unmute yourself. Just go through that question again for me, Johnny. Yeah.
So, what was your thoughts on the AFC Wimbledon game?
Started off well. It was a correct team to play. Strange decision to take Harry Chapman off at half time. We lost his way in the second half a bit, probably because we didn't have Chapman on. Interestingly, we kind of almost reverted to type when Cook came back on, and that's not to sort of have a go at Cook, but it sometimes when you get a player of a certain style, your team tends to play that way, almost on autopilot. So, yeah, it was better than it has been. Still room for improvement, but I'm hoping that the game for tomorrow is a similar lineup to how we started. People were saying Young playing up on his own, and then Alexander kind of responding. Well, he was part of a front three, but I think he probably played more of a front two at Swindon. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Young's out tomorrow, I think, with an injury to his ankle.
Yeah, he's missing tomorrow's game with the injury he suffered. Just gone.
I think Tyrek's out as well, and who else? There was somebody else.
James definitely out still.
Yeah, Jamie Walker, that's the other one.
Yeah, he's definitely out still.
So, moving on nicely now to pre-match Wrexham, and the referee is Ben Speedy. These names get weirder and weirder every day. Ben Speedy, he's had 11 appearances in League One. He's given out 32 yellow cards. He's given out 1 second yellow, 2 sending-offs, 2 penalties. In League Two, he's had 6 appearances, 16 yellow cards, no second yellows, no red cards, no penalties. FA Cup, he's had 3 appearances, 5 yellow cards, 0 second red cards, 0 red cards, 0 pens. EFL Cup is 2 appearances, 4 yellow cards, no second yellows, no second reds, and also 1 penalty. Altogether, he's had 22 appearances, 57 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 2 red cards. and 3 penalties. And then we nicely go on to, so in the past, we've only played them twice. And Wrexham have won 0, drawn 1, we've won 1. 29th of August 2023, we won 5-4 in the EFL Cup. And then we've drawn in League 2. So, Diane, your thoughts on the AFC Wimbledon game?
We've done that one, haven't we? You mean Wrexham game now?
Wrexham game. Sorry, long day. Wrexham day.
It's all right. I just hope we can win it and just play football like we're normally playing football. I know we won't have Jake Young up front, but I just hope we can win it or even get a draw out of them. I'm just saying, and see if what he does with Richie Smallwood, see if he takes the free kicks on corners again. So just let us wait and see. Hopefully we will win them. But it's one of them things, isn't it, that you don't know what's going to happen. But hopefully if we don't, it'll be a draw.
Kelly?
Do you know what? I actually don't mind watching my team lose as long as they've tried. If they've tried to win balls, tried to win, tried to run around the pitch like lunatics, then I'm quite happy as a fan. But it's when they don't and they just seem to sit back and think, oh, we're not going to win this. Do you know what I mean? That kind of attitude. And I think that's what the team has at the minute. Obviously not all players, but some. And I think with the injuries, I'm really hoping he puts Bobby on to start tomorrow as well.
Stan?
Am I correct in saying that they've lost their last 3 or something, or they've had a little dip in form or something?
So you are correct. So we'll go back to Shrewsbury Town when they won 1-0. AFC Wimbledon won 2-0. Newport they lost 1-0. Blackburn Rovers they lost 4-1, and Salford they lost 3-1.
Yeah, so there's kind of hope for us in that sense in terms of their recent form. I think like it's kind of, well, it's a completely different side that obviously will be playing tomorrow that has played the previous 2 games to them. So it depends, doesn't it? It's kind of like, can they take the positive elements from last Saturday into tomorrow? And I would agree with Callie in terms of like generally, you'll put up with a loss if you kind of think that there's something in the game, and that being obviously if they've played well enough or competed well enough. So in that respect, yeah, I totally agree. I can't. I mean, not even just being superstitious. I can't call it because I think it all depends on which Bradford City turns up tomorrow, and obviously being line-up specific. And in terms of Smallwood on set pieces, I think the last game, I think that we started to. Who did we have on corners now? It was like, was it Chapman? Were on corners?
Chapman, yeah.
And was it Richards, the left back, who took a one on the in swinger from the left hand side as well. So I think somebody else has got to take responsibility for the free kicks. And I think when we saw that Smallwood was waiting on the edge of the area for one of them last week, kind of it seems to be leaving there, and kind of try something different or try get a ball in that's going to be your man or something. But I think Smallwood put in one good free kick come cross or whatever it was last Saturday, but other than that it's been kind of underwhelming really, hasn't it?
So looking at the league table, Wrexham are 4th. They've played 28 games. They've got a goal difference of 15 and they're on 52 points. And we are right at the bottom on played 30 minus 4 and then 37 points. So just jumping over to the TNA. So Simon Parker thinks their team will be Arthur, Okwane, Aaron Hayden, Ben Tozer, Jordan Turncliffe, Ryan Barnett, Andy Cannon, George Evans, James McLean, Elliot Lee, Paul Miller, Paul Mullen and Jack Marriott, with a substitute of Darby, Fletcher, Mendy, Bolton, O'Connor, Jones and Howard. Their leading top goal scorer is Elliot Lee, 13th, and their league position is 4th. The last 4 games is Salford, they've lost 3-1. Newport, they lost 4-1. And Wimbledon, they at home, they won 2-0. And one to watch is a deadline day signing. Jack Marriott could be handed his first start up front. Then we'll go on to Bradford City, and he thinks it's Sam Walker, Tompkinson, Platt, Kelly, Halliday, Smallwood, McDonald, Gilead, Richardson, Kavanagh and Cook, with Smith, Chapman, Poynton, Odor, Stubbs, Rydell, Doyle. Team news for City is Jake Young is out after his swollen ankle, so Callum Callagh could make his first start. Andy Cook is pushing for recall after being benched against Wimbledon. The leading scorer is Andy Cook on 13th. Our league position's 18th, and we've drawn against Wimbledon, won against Doncaster, got absolutely smashed with Swindon, and drew against Salford. Referee Ben Speeder was also in charge for City's last visit in the Carabao Cup round when we won on penalties. The match odds is Wrexham 17-20, City 17-10, draw 13-5. Last time we met him, Adam Wilson scored the equaliser for City in a 1-1 draw at Valley Parade. So, thoughts on that, Diane?
The team news sounds good, but we'll have to watch. You know what Paul Mullen's like. Anybody goes near him and he drops down like a dead brick. Anybody goes near him, Paul Mullins. But if it is that team and we can play and we can keep... I'm trying to think what to say now. Oh God, my brain's gone dead. If we can sort of like keep Paul Mullen, and did you say that new striker as well that they've got? That new player?
Marriott.
Yeah, where have they got him from?
I can find out for you.
Yeah, because my iPad's going dead.
Can't believe you not charge your iPad up today.
I've been off, haven't I? So I've been playing on it all day.
Part-timer.
I'm not a part-timer, I'm in Monday.
Right.
And keep Elliot Lee as well at Bayf. He's their leading goal scorer.
Where are we? I'm looking at the wrong thing. What about you, Stan?
Yeah, I mean, sort of interesting. Interesting what Dan's kind of picked up on. Is it Mullen going down? But sorry to kind of take it back to the Wimbledon game, but I thought they were pretty disgraceful with the way that they were going down like a sack of shit every 2 minutes, and you know, their sort of social media feed had that picture of like, you know, obviously very sarcastically asking for, you know, VAR at League Two level, but I think what we've got to do is play it on the deck. You know, try to be as mobile around them. Their forward line, at least Mullen, you know, Ash Taylor actually did play quite well, didn't he, at the last game against them in the league, because they just lumped it up to him, and that's his game. So I'd be interested to see if he kind of has that in mind. But then, you know, Kelly, I thought, was superb last Saturday as well, or the other Saturday. So in that respect, yeah, it's well, like Kelly said, let's hope for a competitive game.
Are you back, Kelly?
I'm just back, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think McDonald has been having quite a good game lately. He's been kind of coming into his best points again, I think, as well. So I'm hoping he's going to put a bit of magic on the pitch.
Yeah, so going back to Diane's question, Jack Marriott, they got him from Fleetwood. He had 53 appearances at Fleetwood and scored 13 goals. The highest goals he has scored altogether is back in 2017-18 when he played for Peterborough, and he had, in 54 appearances, scored 27 goals. Right. Anything else you guys got to say about the Wrexham game?
Not really, no. Just we'll be going down. So yeah, let's hope for a decent game.
All right, hopefully I'll see you there, Stan, because I'm going as well.
All right.
Are the rumours right about Park? Is Parky supposed to be getting sacked or leaving? Are they just rumours?
Probably just rumours, because if it were true, it'd be all over every single social media site
I'm
going,
sure
wouldn't
I've read something somewhere that he was.
You never know. Huddersfield might go in for him, or they might go for Derek Adams.
Yeah,
It's probably some City fan being mischievous.
probably. Yeah.
Yes, so
What's your thoughts then, Johnny? You've been asking the questions. What's your thoughts for the game tomorrow?
So with Wrexham, I've been watching that documentary. Just been getting the feeling before, obviously, I had to take Leo to hospital of how they play and stuff. And watching them play recently, I think my heart is saying we can beat them, but my head's saying we'll probably lose 1-0. So we're either going to win 1-0 or lose 1-0. Team news wise, I think he'll probably play like 5 at the back again. I just need to get team news up. 2 minutes. There it is. And last Saturday. So last Saturday, League 2, when we played Wimbledon, we played a formation of Walker, Tompkinson, Platt, Kelly, Richardson, Smallwood, McDonald, Halliday, Gilead, Chapman and Young. So Young's injured. So I would obviously start Cook there. I would drop Smallwood, move him up, move that position up front, and I would put that new guy up there and just stick with the same team that way. Because with Gilead and Chapman running down the wings, I think we could dominate down the wings. Because I don't think the defending's brilliant at the minute, Wrexham. So it's either going to be one of them days where it's going to be best weekend away trip ever, or it's going to be a crap weekend.
I think Kavanagh looked okay when he came on last week, didn't he? He not bad when he first came on. To say he's only just like trained with us recently as well. So yeah, it's potentially, if anything, just it could be that he just running at defenders, and defenders hate players that run onto them. So yeah, maybe he's going to be reasonably pivotal tomorrow.
Yeah, and then looking at Wrexham's team as well from last week. So obviously they got the new guy in. So they've got, oh my god, I'm pronouncing names. Goalkeeper, what's it called? Oko something in net. Then they've got Turncliffe, Tozer, Hayden, Barrett, Cannon, Evans, Lee, McLean, Dalby, and Mullins up front. Sorry. That team's been conceding luck of it, and apparently they do crap away, because I was on a podcast the other day, on a Wrexham podcast, and they were saying they're crap away, but then they're good at home. So it's going to be really Jekyll and Hyde tomorrow, and just see how we really get on. What about you guys' thoughts on that?
In the other way around for us, we're good away, but crap at home at the moment. We play well away.
We couldn't score. We couldn't score in an open goal, could we? Really?
Not at home.
Or more away, but I think for us, McDonald's going to be pivotal. I think he's I think our best player, really. He's got such a footballing brain, and he's just everything about him, his body shape, his body position. You look at the sort of like when he's in a tight spot, he'll just drop a shoulder or just turn and create that space for him to move the ball out of those situations, kind of like Middlesbrough did with us, but also Blackburn did last season in the Cup when they beat us last season. You know, he's of that ilk. And I'm gutted that Jamie Walker's injured as well. But yeah, I think we just got to go there and see what we can take from last Saturday in terms of confidence and go at them.
Callie?
Yeah, I totally agree with the McDonald thing. I'd like to see McDonald up with Bobby Poynton. I'd like to see what them two could create. So I'd really like to see Bobby start tomorrow. Get Smallwood out. I've gone off Smallwood completely. I just think he's not. I don't think Smallwood's captain material either. I'd give my captain's job to McDonald 100% every day.
Diane?
I'd take Smallwood off. Did anybody see that thing that I put on Facebook today about it? It wasn't nasty, but do you know, like memes, there were like a Simpson meme saying, "Oh, me when I see a co-worker coming towards me," and it were like me going, "Oh, that's what I think when I see Smallwood trying to take a free kick now."
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh, you have to look. It's funny. Yeah, I just put it's me how I think when Smallwood's taking a free kick. But I would drop Smallwood because we did play well against Donny when he wasn't playing. We do. I think Smallwood thinks he's too big for his. Thinks he has to play every league match. But if we drop him, it might do us good.
Yeah.
I think somebody made a point to me the other week, which is a very good point, that, you know, kind of this whole thing that you can't drop your captain. Well, make somebody else captain and drop Smallwood. But I can't remember who it was, but it might have been when Smallwood was going off, and I don't know if there's a bit of whoever it was, I can't remember, was coming on. And Smallwood gave his armband, but instead of giving it, I think, to McDonald, he gave it to Gilead. So I don't know whether that was just, if I'm remembering this correctly. I didn't take too much notice of that, but whether there's kind of some animosity there. Because the thing about Smallwood is he'll go around the pitch and he'll shout at players if they've done something wrong. There's nothing. If that's your sort of style as a captain, then fair enough. But there are players in that side who have the gravitas to basically turn around to Smallwood and ignore him. Because I think McDonald did that, and I'm sure Jamie Walker's done that as well. Because it's like, sorry, but you're talking to two best players there. So I don't want to read too much into it, but yeah.
And I know this is Stan's favourite subject. What do you think the score's going to be tomorrow? And I'll start off with Diane, because I know what Stan's going to say.
Oh, now you've got me. I'm going to say 1-1 draw tomorrow. Watchers win now. But yeah, I'm going to say 1-1.
Callie?
Yeah, I agree with Diane. I think it's going to be a draw, but I think there might be a couple of goals banged in tomorrow. So I'm going to go 2-2.
Dan?
I'm actually going to make a prediction just to see you fall off your seat, but I'm going to go for a score draw as well.
Hold on. I need to play this.
That's hilarious.
Definitely.
Bloody hell, Stan. I think I might need to go back to hospital. I've just heard you predict a score.
Yeah.
Stan, do you know we don't want it snowing? Again.
Yes. You know, it's like you'll need some smelling salts when you come round, you know. Sort of
Yeah. If it snows tomorrow now, we know who to blame.
Yeah, you can blame me.
Yeah.
And if he gets it right, we know in future that he's proper mystic as well, don't we?
He is, isn't it? Well, if he does, can we have the lottery ticket numbers?
Well, it's 1 in 3 chance of it being right, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think potentially it's draw material in it. So I'm actually going to say I think it'll be a draw.
I'm just in shock that Stan's actually. It's only taking him 41 episodes to give us a prediction.
Yeah, but notice I still sat on the fence.
You always sit on the fence, but you're starting to warm up, aren't you now, Stan? You're coming out of your shell a little bit after 41 episodes. Yeah, we've done 41 episodes, guys.
That's good.
Don't forget me and Callie sitting on the fence as well today, out with a draw.
Yeah.
But by the way, guys, I missed your live space the other night because I was painting in my studio. But so it was after the forum, wasn't it? So what were your thoughts on that generally?
Have you got an hour and 15 minutes there?
Well, you tell me, it's Friday night. Got no better. No, I am enjoying it, obviously, but
Yeah, I thought, to be honest, I thought it was a bit of a, I'm going to say it as is a bit of a car crash. Questions got asked and he kept trying to dodge them. And I can't remember what, I'll have to find it on Facebook if someone just wants, if you just want to, what's your thoughts on it, Diane?
Like you, it was a car crash, and like you say, Sparks had just went round answering the questions like in the same manner as he has been all season.
Here we go, found it. So, I think, I can't remember where he got asked a question, Ryan Sparks. And the answer he gave was keeping Bradford City in the Football League and don't go bust. Ryan Sparks, 2024.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to steal Manny's position there and say that's what Rupp's remit was, and he was kind of like saying, "Well, I think that was, sort of like lacking ambition." And I think isn't that what he kind of said, like the mediocrity sort of thing? But it's kind of like, Ryan, I don't think you needed to say that. I think he perhaps needs to. Maybe have a think before he speaks with regards to, saying things that are basically going to come back to bite him. And also in saying that sounds like he's, I mean, rightly or wrongly, but he's throwing Rupp under the bus in that respect. And I would sort of say he should have kept his counsel on that.
It'll be interesting. I know the independent guy Steve has sent off all the questions to Rupp today, hasn't he? It'll be interesting to see if we get anything back from that. I'll be very surprised if Rupp does acknowledge it and actually answer to that. I don't think he will for a minute.
Yeah, so he sent it off and it's cost him £27.80 to send it off.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah, I'm just reading it on Twitter now. £27.80 it's cost. And it looks like he's done record delivery as well on it.
So we know if so he knows he's definitely received it.
Yep.
I don't blame him doing that.
Do you know what? I think he's trying. I just don't think anything's. I'll be very shocked if something comes of that.
Yeah. So what do you think? Well, that leads on to my next question. Start off with Diane and then work away along. What's your thoughts on it, on Rupp and Sparks at the minute?
Sparks needs to grow a pair when people are asking questions, and I think Rupp needs to come over to Bradford to watch some games now as well.
Carlet?
I think they need to do a proper fans forum with proper fans there who can shout out. Keep it, nice and not get abusive or argumentative, but just have a proper fans forum. That's what we needed, and they just didn't do what we kind of wanted, did they?
Yeah. What about you, Stan?
Yeah, I mean, I missed half of it, but from it. Yeah, I probably get kind of from the bits I heard, it was not particularly convincing, was it? And so, yeah, they'll. I mean, just the overall thing is that like the club's a mess, really, isn't it? And I dread to think in terms of. I don't mean it like it would sort of turn nasty or unruly, but kind of like it would almost be another car crash, wouldn't it? Another fans forum with fans in attendance.
Yeah.
Can I just add as well? It would have been. I'd like to have seen a couple of players there to give their views. I'd be really interested to see what the players are thinking right now.
So in my opinion, because in the charter it says they have to do 2 fans forums, basically twice a year. They did one under Hughesy. I'm not classing this one as a fans forum because I think they're planning to do one again at some point. So hopefully something will happen soon, and we need change, and I think change needs to start. So I'm just looking at the stats of the podcast, and I see there's 2 people who are listening being Saudi Arabia. If you're interested in Saudi Arabia, come and buy a club. Or somebody come and buy a club and take over a club. Oh, we've got a few people. Hiya, Raj. Raj, are you there, mate? Are you there, Raj?
Yeah, hi. Good evening. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Yourself? Long time no see.
Long time no see. Married man, busy his life. You know, it's like just got on. I just seen you live, so I just thought I'd try and get on and see how you guys are doing. It's been a while. Missed you guys and hope you're well. But yeah. What's going on?
We've just really been talking about the fans forum and the Wrexham game. I see we've got a couple of Wrexham fans in.
Yeah.
So if any of them two, Stace or Michael, if you want to put a request in, we'll go for another 10, 20 minutes or so, because I know we've
That's fine.
started a bit late today due to taking
I
my son
heard you
to
had a
hospital.
family emergency or something today. I've seen on your Twitter. Is that right? Yeah, you.
Yeah, my son fell over at school. He had a bit of a gash in his leg, so
Is
we
he
had to take him
okay?
to A&E. Yeah, he's all right now.
You want me to give a bit of an opinion quickly? Are you all right?
Go for it, mate. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll give a quick 2 minutes because obviously, yeah, the fans forum. I thought it was a bit of a shambles with what's happening at the club, and you know, like with the way Ryan Sparks has said, the ambition is to stay up in League Two. We get over 15,000 fans in this league, and we're expected to stay up in League Two every season. I don't think that's really realistic in terms of ambition. To say that we should be always, no matter what, challenging at the top end. We've had a poor season this season, but let's see what happens with that. As we move along. Obviously, if we did go out of the Football League, it would be sad because obviously look at your Notts Counties, Hartlepool's, Luton's, teams like that. So we don't want to be in that situation, but our season still is not acceptable, that we should never be 18th in League Two, but there you go. And apart from that, I just hope we can get a win somehow. We haven't won in 8. I think, is it going to be 9 tomorrow if we don't win? So that's that really. And as for the transfer window, it's average, but yeah, we just keep prodding along and on to the next one. That's it, mate.
You had your hand up, Callie Love?
Yep.
Yeah, I was just acknowledging that we had a couple of Wrexham people in just to invite them to speak. But
Yeah.
beat me to it.
I've invited them if they want to come and have a chat, because I would love to, because I know Stace, you've come up a couple of times. I've spoken to you a couple of times on like other spaces and stuff and podcasts. So I just want to get like cause
Quick word.
from a Wrexham point of view on how your team's doing, because no, Bradford City are playing crap at the minute, and like with City, for example, like we played Tranmere before Mark Hughes got sacked, and we always lose against the bottom, but then we always do pretty well against the
big
teams
team.
at the top. Yeah.
Is Jake Young out tomorrow, John?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
It
out.
looks like he's out injured, mate. He's crocked. His
Yeah.
dodgy ankles have gone again.
Ankle. Okay, fair enough.
I think it's his ankle, because when he
felt a little tightness in his hamstring as well, so it might be his ankle then, probably.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything they want to say? Raj, have you got all to say on the fan forum, Roop, Sparks, anything?
That's what I made my point. Yeah, I just think it is bad. What did you think of it? I mean, I haven't heard much.
I thought it was a complete car crash, to be honest.
Yeah, I think for me, don't get me wrong, Ryan Sparks is good. He's a good man and whatever he's done. But I think for me, going forward, it's time we get someone more experienced, like a James Mason, or someone who knows who's been there, seen it, and done it. We need someone more experienced. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I think it's time for a change in the boardroom side of it. And I think Stefan Rupp needs to come out and have an open fans forum with the fans, because that's what I think. There's some petition or something online by another organisation that's trying to get that request done. So let's see what happens. There's nothing else to say, is there really?
Yeah, speaking about that, like Callie mentioned it earlier, I know you've just come in. The Bradford City Independence fan group has actually posted off, I think 700 and odd signatures to Germany, and he's actually managed to find his address, and he's like done it where he has to sign for it. And it's cost him a grand total of £27.80 to send that off. It's like, are you going to renew your season ticket, Raj?
I probably will, yeah. But I don't know how many I'll attend, but it kind of works out all right, because even if you attend half of the games, you'll still get to go. I've been going since 1997. I haven't had a season ticket every year, but I've had probably half of them seasons. I used to have that flexi card thing, but yeah, I will be probably there next season. What about yourself? You'll be there 100%.
Yeah, I'm renewing, mate.
I don't need to ask you that. That was a stupid question.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
stupid question. Yeah, but with the team, I follow them by thick and thin. Like I said when we first did this podcast, following Bradford City is absolutely roller coaster of a ride.
Yeah, but what do you think, Johnny? Do you think that the board side of it does need to be changed up? Do you think that is part, or do you think Ryan Sparks should stay? What's your thoughts?
So on the argument with that,
Go on.
apparently we do not have a board.
Yeah, all right. With Ryan Sparks, do you think he should still stay in charge? Do you think?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're like a supervisor or a team leader at work, you always have to do what your gaffer says, what your top boss says.
Yeah.
I think he's following
what Stefan's saying, or what,
Yeah.
or Stefan's advisors are telling him.
What telling him what to do, and it's like the communication from the
They're
club.
not probably telling him what to do, but what they're probably doing is giving him some guidelines to follow. That's the best way of putting it. You know,
we've had. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Stace joined. Just want to get a Wrexham perspective off you, if I can, please, Stace. And I've been sending you a couple of invites there.
I'll turn my mic off.
Are you there, Stace, love?
Yeah. Hiya.
Are you right, love?
Yeah, I'm not bad. How are you?
I'm getting there. We originally supposed to do this podcast at 7 o'clock today, but my son were a bit poorly, so I had to take him to A&E, and he's all sorted now. We're not mend.
Oh, bless him. I'm glad he's all right.
Getting there slowly. So, from a Wrexham perspective, how's your team getting on? Have you got any weaknesses? And just basically tell us about your team.
We were absolutely awful against Salford, to be honest. It made kids' football look better than us. We just didn't utilise our midfield at all, and I think we've got one of the best midfield in League Two as well, especially with George Evans. We just did not play it through the midfield. We just hoofed it up the pitch from the defenders, and Salford picked up on that very quickly and pressed our defenders, which, you know, it just helped them out a lot. And our defenders, especially Hayden, panicked and hoofed it up the pitch, which never hit a Wrexham shirt. It was always lost possession to Salford. So Salford figured us out quite quickly, and it's the poorest I've seen us play for a long time. It was really bad. I was there, and the booing from Wrexham fans to the players, it was absolutely horrendous. It was not pleasant. I don't believe Parky will change much apart from sticking to the same setup, but I think he probably won't play Hayden and Tunnicliffe at the same time again. I think that was a massive error. As soon as I seen the team sheet, I thought that's a weird one for me, because they've both been out for a very long time, and putting, two defenders on that have been off for a very, very long time was a mistake, and you could see that it was. I think Hayden was not I don't like to call out individual players, but I think he was one of the worst on the pitch, to be honest. Again, can we really blame him when he's been out for so long? Not really. I think that's down to the boss putting two on at the same time. They've been out for such a long time. So I think we're going to come back with an almighty fight tomorrow. I think he'll put Max Cleveworth back in, because he's been absolutely amazing for us. He's like one of our youngest players, and we were all a little bit shocked that he didn't play him. So I think he'll bring him back. I think we'll have a lot of fight in the lads tomorrow, to be honest. No offence to you guys, but Bradford are quite easy to figure out with the 3-5-2 that you play as well, aren't you?
Oh, we've been playing different formations. We've been spicing up. I think last time we had 7 at the defence or something the other day. When I looked at it, it looked horrible.
Yeah. hopefully you don't keep playing the 3-5-2 for your sakes, because it's quite easy to figure out, especially with the overlapping of the fullbacks as well. Is it Smallwood? Yeah, Smallwood.
Best player in League Two, Smallwood.
Best set piece player, definitely.
So if Wrexham want to attack him, you can attack him if you want.
You can
Yeah,
have
do
him
you
on
want
a
him?
free in the summer stays.
No, you're all right. You can keep him.
Are
He's
you
good
sure?
at
Don't you
set
want somebody to
pieces.
do your free kicks?
What's that? Sorry.
Don't you want somebody to do your free kicks and
No,
corners?
we've got Paul Mullen, thanks.
No.
So with Parkinson, like I know you're saying there is, because I've been looking at your stats, you've lost I think 3 games on the bounce. Is the things like from yourself or other fans thinking it's time for Parky to go? Do you think is time's running out, or what do you reckon's happening with Parky then?
We have spoke about that. Well, I know some fans have spoke about that. I think it's ridiculous. We're 4th in the league. We're not bloody mid or bottom. We play, considering we've just come up from the National League as well. We're doing an incredible job.
Stace, I think you'll all go up automatic in my opinion.
I honestly
really
think
do.
so as well. We won't. I don't think we'll finish champions. It'll 100% be Stockport. I think we'll finish 3rd. I'm pretty certain Mansfield are going to get 2nd, but I don't know. A lot of people are saying they'll drop off last minute, but we'll see.
So I don't want to sound bad, but this is probably going to sound bad.
Go for it.
So Stockport, Wrexham, and Notts County and Mansfield, I want them out of the league. I want them to go out of the league, go up, get promoted, get out of the league.
That's a compliment.
Then other teams such as Bradford next season, when we improve, we don't have to worry about Wrexham. It's like, do you know when you guys are in the National League, it was like Wrexham this, Wrexham that, won it, and all that lot. Obviously, like people say, you're Disney FC and all that lot. But if you get out of the league, then it takes pressure off people. So then you can, because Wrexham, I know I'm complimenting Wrexham here. Been watching your documentary on Disney Plus. It's a pretty good documentary, to be fair. But that's what I'm going to ask as well. With your documentary being shown on telly, do you think clubs like find you out tactical wise, like watching that documentary on the telly?
Say that again, sorry.
So with your documentary, what's been on the telly, I know it's been renewed for a 3rd series, or season, should we say, in America. Do you think people find out your tactics by watching it? Like how Parky plays and stuff like that?
I've never actually thought about that. That's a good point, to be fair. I've never really thought about that. Maybe, yeah. I do think Parky maybe needs to change our tactics sometimes, but he's very stubborn. I know me, Tim and Michael talking about that on a space recently. He's quite a stubborn manager, isn't he?
Yeah, he did well for us though. To be fair, he got us to final and he bossed it in league. I'm always with Wrexham. I'm always jealous because, like I said on the podcast yesterday, I think, or Wednesday. Yeah, maybe Wednesday, about jealousy with Wrexham because you're now at top at league. You're bossing it. You're smashing it. Your team was basically up shit creek without a paddle years ago, and obviously Ryan Reynolds, and the other guys come in and sorted you out, made you like good teams, spending money left, right, and centre, sorting your stadium out, your cop. You've got like your little. I've seen you got like your little Gillingham FC fake stand thing up there, and Bradford City are now plummeting down the leagues, 18th. Couldn't score in a brothel. Just shocking team, really. So I'm always jealous of Wrexham how your fans and stuff have basically turned everything round and now climbing up the league.
Do you know what else I'm going to say about Wrexham? I like the business they did on transfer deadline day and bringing Luke Bolton from Salford and Jack Marriott. That'll just give you more strength in depth to get over the line in terms of what you want to achieve. Great signings back there.
I think a few of us were a little bit shocked to see the both of them in person at Salford, how small they are, to be honest. I know I was. I thought, oh my God, look like Billy Waters, really small. But yeah, they've both got a lot of pace. We saw them come on the pitch for a little while, and that's what we desperately need is pace. We've got quite a lot of players currently that just can't cope with pace, like Tozer. As soon as a pacey player comes towards him, he just shits his pants. So hopefully having a few pacey players on the pitch will help us out more as well, because we definitely need it.
So what would you say your weaknesses are?
Our defenders, our full-backs, apart from Max. He's doing really well at the minute. I'm not a big fan of O'Connell myself. I think he makes quite a lot of mistakes, and I don't think him and Tozer gel very well together. You usually see them on the pitch having an argument between themselves as well. So I'm always a little bit nervous when I see them two on together.
This one question for you: Do you fear any Bradford player tomorrow?
What's that?
Do you fear any Bradford player tomorrow? Is there any dangers from Bradford that you're aware of?
Well, you've just said Young is injured. He's a cracking player. So no.
What about Andy Cook?
Yeah, he's a pretty good player as well. But I was a bit more concerned about Young, to be honest. But now you said he's injured, I'm not too worried, to be honest. I do think we'll win, because I think we've got something to prove as well after Salford.
Mm-hmm. Part of me's thinking you're gonna bend us over and just kick his ass tomorrow. I think you were gonna just kick his ass like 4-5-0, because I've got a feeling that the team is obviously I know you've not heard, but Bradford City are currently in crisis. Everything's going Pete Tong. Fans are falling out of each other and stuff like that. The players are even shouting at each other on pitch and stuff. So I don't think there's a good team bond there.
No, I did hear about something that went on with Alexander as well.
What did you hear?
Just that it was announced he was leaving, and there was a bit of a shit show about that as well, wasn't there?
Oh, someone posted it, didn't they, saying, "No, we've got it confirmed that he's leaving," and then TNA came out saying, "No, he's just going to be sitting in the stands and stuff like that."
Not good.
That article, wasn't it, that they published, that website?
Yeah, I can't remember.
They apologise. The Look Summit is called. I can't remember.
The lower league Look did it.
The lower league.
That's why it was when we were playing Bristol Street Motors Trophy.
Yeah,
it was like in press box.
Because there's rumours of Parker leaving as well, apparently, if he loses. I think. Did you say that, Callie, or was it someone else?
Nah, he won't go. I mean, God's sake, we're fourth in the league.
I think it was just rumours, wasn't it? But it's like you say, it's just a Bradford fan just making up rumours yet again.
Yeah, there's rumours everywhere.
Always rumours. Right, is anything...
Are you sure you don't want to keep Smallwood now?
You can have him if you want.
His set pieces are brilliant. I don't know what you're moaning about.
You know what's going to happen now, don't you, Stace?
What?
He'll end up scoring tomorrow by a free kick, now you've said that.
I know, yeah.
Because don't forget, this goes out as a podcast, so I will clip that if he scores and I will send you it.
Oh, let me take it back, sorry. Smallwood's set pieces are absolutely disgusting. Why is he on the pitch?
Too late, Stacey.
Get him off.
Too late, we've clipped it, it's already on social media.
Said it.
Anyone else got anything to say, Stace, or anyone else want to join any other Wrexham fans? Because I see we've got absolutely loads joined at the bottom there, so if anyone feels free, they want to chirp up and say anything.
Could I just ask, is Ryan Reynolds in situ tomorrow?
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it.
Does he ever turn up to games anymore?
Yeah, he was there last home game, I think it was. I can't remember.
Surely be at Bradford tomorrow. Surely, massive game.
He might do. Depends how busy he is. None of us really know when he's coming. He just turns up.
Do you know the funny thing about that? When you played us at ours, there were loads of women round us, and you could smell the perfume a mile off, and they were all looking to see if Ryan Reynolds were there. I was laughing to myself.
That's why everyone hates us, isn't it? They're just jealous.
Fearless in the D.
Devotion. It's
Devotion. You know me with words, I can't pronounce them. I'm like a Gillette Soccer Saturday presenter. I can't even say my words sometimes. I see you've got a speaking request in if you want to speak, bud.
Good evening, how are you?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Good. How's everybody? Excited for tomorrow? Not bothered? What's the general vibe?
I hope we win, but I think you're going to batter us.
Yeah, Tim, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Okay.
I can hear him. He's coming through.
I think the mood in Bradford is one of apathy. It gets to a point where when things start to go wrong, and it starts off with like the usual sort of mourning and then anger and stuff like that. But then people become apathetic because obviously there's the shit show that the club is at times. So
no, we had 14 years of apathy, so we know where you're coming from. To be honest, yeah, been through all that, unfortunately. But yeah, should be a good game tomorrow.
Aren't you? So all power to you, sort of thing. But for the last 5 or 6 years, we've been kind of on a downward spiral. Briefly paused last season when we just missed out in the player semi-final, but yeah.
So I've asked this already. So what's your pros and weaknesses of your team tomorrow?
Currently, probably inconsistency, just because we don't tend not to go on sort of long losing streaks. So I would expect a response tomorrow. In the pros there's obviously the home form is probably the best period of our home form in the club's history. I mean, records keep tumbling time after time after time. So yeah, I'm expecting another strong performance at home, but I don't think it's going to be as plain sailing as everybody kind of makes out. Especially the last week was the first time I've been angry at a Wrexham performance in a long, long time, because it was just nowhere near good enough. It was absolutely horrific. And, you don't mind effort. You can get on with effort and losing to the better team, but the effort wasn't matching what Salford has. So that's what annoyed me, I think. So it'll be interesting. Because if we don't get a positive result tomorrow, there will be a couple of naysayers. There will be a couple of detractors. But I'm just watching some of the Notts County game now, and they are absolutely in free fall. They haven't won this year. They're dross at the back. They're in a bit of disarray themselves with change of management. So people just need to have a bit of context, really. We've lost 3. 1 was in the cup. 1 was nip and tuck, and we were down to 10 men for most of the game, and 1 was richly deserved. So, it's not quite the doom and gloom that some people might want you to believe, really.
And who would you say your danger man is for our team and for your team tomorrow?
I mean, with the greatest respect in the world, because I'm one of these people that I don't massively take, not in an ignorant way, but if I picked out 3 names of the Bradford side, I'd be massively lying, and I wouldn't want to do a disservice to any of your players. So I will leave you to tell me who your danger man is, because it would be far too obvious for me to mention somebody like Cook or somebody like that. It'd be way, way too obvious. I think your goalkeeper's moved on, haven't you? The guy who was it Lewis, not Lewis?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I thought
Diane's actually been in therapy for the last couple of weeks. So
yeah,
I have. Since it went, I've been in therapy.
Because if you look at her profile picture, it's got Harry Lewis on it. So she's been in mourning for the last couple of weeks.
Actually, it's not. It's now Jamie Walker and Alex Patterson now.
Oh, you changed it? I didn't notice.
I've changed it.
When we all figured out he's from Shrewsbury and he didn't like Wrexham, we give him a bit of stick in the second half of Valley Parade. So it's quite good fun.
Don't pick on my man.
He's gone now. Where's he gone? Carlisle, was it?
Yeah, he's doing rubbish at Carlisle. Back in League 2 anyway next season.
What a step down there.
I'll be happy.
Yeah.
So we've got.
But our danger. Go on.
Sorry, I'll let you finish.
I think our danger man. I mean, everybody can.
Nowhere
near. He's been as quiet as a church mouse in recent games. In recent months, maybe. Lee, probably at the moment, but again has gone a little bit missing in recent weeks. So I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what? Lee would be the most obvious choice, but I'm kind of gonna stick Ryan Barnett into the equation just because he's come back from injury. He's very direct out on the wing. He will literally hit the byline and cross the ball in. That's kind of what he does. So if he starts tomorrow, I kind of feel like a lot will hinge on his deliveries. Now we've got a new striker. I'd expect Marriott to start tomorrow. I kind of expect Bolton to start tomorrow as well. So That'll freshen things up. They've had a full week on the training pitch, so I think I'm going to go with Barnet just on current feeling as opposed to overall sort of season. But if you're going for overall season, then 100% Elliot Lee, way too good for this level.
And we've had Michael waiting for a while. Can you hear me, Michael?
I can. How are you lot today? You all right?
I'm back on me better, mate. I've had one of them days. But
Yeah. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing better, at least.
aye. So so what's your thoughts on the game tomorrow?
I need to say, if I can, the most important thing that needs to be said on this space is that Fearless and Devotion Tim's birthday is today. Happy fucking birthday, Timothy. I hope it has been well for you, my friend. He is 27 years old. He is young. He is handsome. He is single, ladies. His DMs are also open. They are very public.
Stalky.
Jesus, Michael.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Happy birthday, Tim. This is all
His birthday.
Yeah,
His birthday is today. Factually, no joke.
I'm not sure whether that's a ringing endorsement or a public embarrassment. But thank
It is
you, Michael.
not. Embarrassment. Yep, 100%. Yep.
So on this podcast, we normally talk about food, but we've gone from food to dating. So single ladies. Sounds like an episode, whatever it's called. What's that program? What Paddy McGuinness used to present?
Form an orderly but short queue.
Take me out.
Yeah, it's like Take Me Out / blind date. So ladies, all them single ladies, get your sent to Tim.
It's Love Island.
Did you ever see Naked Attraction? That was different level.
Yeah,
of
that's
dating
what
show.
Tim prefers.
I'd go on that. No dramas.
I'm crying
Anyway,
here.
I'm sorry.
Go back to the football. I'll
Yeah,
just
so
scroll
Yeah.
down.
Michael, what's your thought? So we wished Tim a happy birthday.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
So so how have you started to follow Wrexham, for example, Michael? Because I can tell in your accent, is it American?
Oh yeah, I talk a little different than you lot. Yeah. I've been listening been a Wrexham fan for a couple of years now. Been over a few times, those types of things. Know Tim and Stace and a lot of the other Wrexham fans pretty well. Amazing people, very welcoming to the international supporters and things like that. But listened to my first match, March of 21. So almost 3 years now. Been a few years, yeah. But current form, not been great the last few. Like Tim said, one was a cup, so we can throw that out as sometimes fan bases do. One was, we were down to 10 very early, so that is what it is. And one we were absolute shit. So that's where we've been the last 3 or so.
So what made you start following Wrexham?
Yeah, oh God, I feel like I've told this a million times now, but it's so I very, 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 very long story short, my friend. I coached American football for a long time. I got out of that industry and joined another industry, and me getting out of coaching American football coincided with the takeover of Robin Ryan, and I just wanted to follow for years and years. I wanted to follow a proper EFL club. I never really had the chance. I had friends in college at the university, you might call it, that were fans of the EFL and international football and those types of things. I just didn't have the time to follow a proper, EFL club or international football club when I was coaching American football, and now I do, and it very much runs my life. It's Wrexham is one of the most important things in my life. I host Twitter Spaces and all those types of things, but that's the long story short of it.
Are you at the game tomorrow, or are you watching it on iFollow?
No, yeah, I'll be at home. I'm at home in the States. I'll be back in April. I've been offered a ticket to the Stockport match of all matches, our last home match of the year. That'll be an interesting one to see where us and Stockport lie at the table at that part of the season. But yeah, I'll be back over in late April.
So before we get to the score predictions again because I know we've had a couple of people join in. I'm just going to do this is Callie's favourite part, and it's time for the weather forecast for tomorrow. Yeah, so sunrise tomorrow at 7:41. It's going to be cloudy with a bit of mist, and the sun will appear about 3 o'clock, and it's going to be about 9 degrees. And then the sunset at 12 minutes past 5, and that's your crappy weather forecast for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Stan.
Yes, I just wanted to put out a fun fact there. I know Michael hasn't used the word soccer, and which is
Correct.
fine, but did you know that soccer is not an Americanism?
It is not.
No, the word soccer originated around the English public schools of circa 1860s.
Correct.
It's an abbreviation of association. Do you know,
Yeah.
so like rugger, like it's short for, they used to call rugby rugger, and they're called
Correct.
soccer, as in a sock, soccer, and so it's actually an English invention. So,
Correct.
fun fact for the day.
Correct.
Right.
It is. It absolutely is. I have found that, whether you're from England or Wales or wherever, people from the UK and internationally have a bit of an adverse reaction to an American calling it soccer, which is understandable. It is football to me at this point. Even again, like I said a minute ago, having coached American football, it is football to me at this point.
So, Michael, if you've got any rich friends, Bradford City is possibly up for sale if you want to invest in Bradford City.
To be fair, I would say the Fearless and Devotion Bradford City, the sweet podcast money. I tell Tim all the time they need to invest their sweet podcast money into something.
Yeah, we're Bradford City. I know you've just joined in, but Bradford City are currently doing crap in the league at the minute. We're 18th. Everyone's falling out of each other, club owner, director, and everyone. So this podcast does go worldwide. Like Saudi Arabia, I've been pleading for Saudi Arabia to come and buy us. So hopefully, if people in America are listening, spread the word of Bradford City. I know Wrexham's your first club, but Met Bradford City your second club.
That's fair. I did have a question, if you don't mind.
Go for it, bud.
Has Brad Halliday been starting for you recently?
Yes, he's one of the best
Player.
left backs.
He's a good player.
Left back, right back. Best right back. He's bossing it.
Yeah, he showed out at Fleetwood. That's I didn't know how. Obviously, like Tim said, I wouldn't come in here and dare to give opinions on your players and things like that. I remember Halliday showing out at Fleetwood and doing a pretty good job for them. Thought that was a good signing for you guys.
Michael, if we didn't have had Cook and Lewis last season as the two best players, Brad Halliday would have been Player of the Season last season.
That's fair.
He's so far ahead of Player of the Season this year.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we had people who didn't rate him last year, and myself and a friend were having to educate people around us. Yeah, well, what can I say? But
fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly. I've had Donny fans say that he's a great player, and obviously at Fleetwood, I'm glad you've noticed that. So yeah, Brad is a fantastic player, and he's been head and shoulders the best player this season. And Jamie Walker, prior to his injury, just before Christmas or after Christmas, was a close second.
Oh.
In fact, a player to watch for tomorrow for you guys. He played in the cup game. Young Bobby Poynton, if he gets a game, is one of our own, and is genuinely a fantastic talent. And so if he starts tomorrow, it depends on how he gets played. But between Brad, Bobby, and Jamie Walker, they would form a really nice little triumvirate down the right hand side. Obviously, Jamie Walker's injured, but yeah, Kevin McDonald and Bobby Poynton are the ones to watch tomorrow if the pitch.
So, Michael, what score do you think it will be tomorrow?
I mean, Jesus. Yes. I mean, it's not even bias at this point. We need we need a win. I've said I try, as Tim said. Tim tries to add context to these conversations, whether he's doing a space or I'm doing a space or what have you. But I try to bring perspective to these conversations, and the fact that we are in fourth and you guys are mid-table and struggling a bit at this point.
We're near at the bottom.
Yeah, it's hard for me to not say that especially match tomorrow we shouldn't get points out of it. I'd say it's at this point a clean sheet, 1-0, maybe 2-1 win. We'll take that at this point. God's honest truth.
And is it Tim who's fearless? Is it Tim?
Yeah.
So Tim who's single, ladies. What's the score do you think it's going to be tomorrow?
I can't believe you, Starkey. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to get you back there.
It's all right. You should say out memes. What are pairing people putting
Made
like
you
that?
sound like an
Beyonce
absolute
single ladies and everything
desperado.
underneath it. So what do you say, Tim?
Still there, yeah. I think we'll edge it 2-1. I think.
Stacey or Stace?
How dare you call me Stacey?
All right.
All right. I'm only messing. I'm going to go for a 3-2.
Okay. And on that note, I think this episode today, I'm going to rename it, is going to be Single Tim. So we'll get that trending on Twitter.
Starkey, you are going to get it. And whoever is complicit in this, mind you,
not guilty once, Tim.
you'll find me at the Mize Grin from 1:45. Come and flutter your eyelashes, and I'll know. That's a good sign.
So, Callie, I see you've got your hand up, love.
Can I just point out, I've already had a follow request from Tim.
Oh, go on, Tim! Go on, Tim! Go on, Timothy!
That means absolutely nothing. I promise. That's just like that's sheer coincidence. Really?
So this definitely this has got.
I was trying to put an age to Callie, and then I thought I was going to have a quick look.
You will be actually quite shocked. I'm not interested.
Do I ask the question? Do I ask the question? How old do you think she is?
No, don't fall into that trap, Tim. Don't do it.
I won't be offended. Whatever he says.
I'm going to go for maybe 20, 26, 27.
Okay.
That's
I
killed
told
it,
you not to fall into a trap. You should listen to your mate, Tim.
I'll just tell you, shall I? I'm actually 55.
Oh, wow. Strong.
So this space is now officially changing into Tinder and matching. So Valentine's Day is around the corner, guys. Tim and Callie, I can see them kissing a tree, SSING and all that lot.
No way are you 55.
Hey, yeah. Callie lives in Nottingham. Not that I've been stalking in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, you see what I mean? Oh dear, I've got one of them. It'll be a friend request on Facebook next.
No, I won't. I don't do Facebook. Sorry, but one of them. That made me sound really bad. This is Starkey's fault.
I'm only messing.
He brings out the worst in me. That man.
I tell you what, though, if you can arrange a meeting with Ryan, I'll be up for that.
Well, I mean, we chat on Instagram, so I can hook you up.
There you go. That's got to be worth a date at least.
That was smooth, Tim.
With great power comes great responsibility, as one Spider-Man movie said. So,
yeah, that's true.
Right, I'm going to mute everybody now. So I want to say, Callie, if you could mute yourself for me, please, thank you. So I want to say thank you for everybody coming along, even the Wrexham fans. You've brightened up my day. My afternoon started off a bit crappy, but you've brightened up my day. Thanks for Stace, Tim, Michael, all the single ladies. Tim's free and single. This is like being like a Tinder today. So thank you for joining. If you like what you're hearing, we normally do a podcast every 7. If it's Saturday, it's Friday at 7. We've got a small Facebook page. Bradford City Up the Chickens on Facebook. Also, I want to say thank you for everybody who's liked my YouTube page. I've got over 500, but keep hitting that button. Also, feel free to send a follow request on Twitter. Wherever you are in the world,